You see, Earth is a prison planet, but the interesting thing is, we all have the power to be free. The simple act of just existing on this planet costs money. This alone is proof that we live on a prison planet. You need money just to have access to basic things like food, water, and shelter. And how do you make money? Well, you have to get a job where you spend most of your time 5 days a week for 60 or more years doing things that you don't really care for. But because you live on a prison planet, you have to do them. Otherwise, you can't eat.
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
You're just not gonna go?
Yeah,
Won't you get fired?
I don't know. But I really don't like it, and I'm not gonna go.
So you're gonna quit?
Nuh-uh, not really. I'm just gonna stop going.
I stopped going to work, I stopped caring. Every time you get paid from your shitty job, the powers that be take some of that money and call it taxes. And if you buy something, even property, they take some of that money too. And you have no say about what they do with it. So some of your money ends up contributing to war and the killing of other human beings. And you have no control over it.
They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls.
And if you wake up to just how much of a prison all of this is, you can't even leave. If you try to leave this prison and you fail, they'll lock you up in a mental institution. And some religious people even say if you try to leave, well, and you succeed, you go to hell, so it's better to stay on the prison planet. So to live on this planet, then you have to basically sell your soul so you can afford to buy food and to feed the body, which is basically a prison in itself. And if you question the idea of work, your fellow prisoners call you lazy for not wanting to contribute to the system that's imprisoning them. And if you question any of the official narratives about, anything going on in the world at any given time, they call you crazy. You see, Earth is a prison planet, but the interesting thing is, we all have the power to be free. In fact, freedom is our true nature, and yet, we've been conditioned to not only be slaves, but to keep other slaves in line by making sure that everyone conforms. And anyone who doesn't, well, we'll call them names so that they will conform, because nobody likes not fitting in.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again.
Osho said, "You are surrounded by many hypnotic strategies by society down the ages, and those hypnotic strategies are the cause of your ignorance, of your misery, of your unenlightened state. So we're all hypnotized, but we also hypnotize each other. So when hypnotized parents have children, they also make sure to hypnotize their children. They think it's good for them, but in reality it isn't. Hence the kind of world that we live in. So since we're in prison, the first thing we have to do is realize that we are in prison. The moment you realize that you are in prison, you can't tolerate prison. Nobody can tolerate it. It goes against human dignity. You start finding ways to get out of it.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know? And I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. but I expressed it differently all through my life.